does Wi-Fi interfere with Bluetooth, or other way around, if a Bluetooth interfere with Wi-Fi? That's a common questions I am getting. So that way I'm going to answer that question in this particular video. So now what I have here is, like a spectrum view of my, 2.4 spectrum in my home environment. So now you can see here I have a access point, advertising, MRK, guest, SSID. So that is my 2.4 SSID. So now if you look at in the spectrum very clearly, you can see some activity on a particular channel, other than this narrow band. So this is typically BLE. Now if you look at a BLE spectrum, let me go to, now this is a Potato Fi spectrum visualization application, it's quite useful to explaining this kind of concept. So now if I go to BLE, Bluetooth low energy, you can see they will be advertising like a 2 megahertz kind of communication. That's what the BLE Bluetooth low energy. If you go to traditional Bluetooth, that's using a 1 megahertz channel. That means those are frequency hopping. When BLE in use or Bluetooth in use, they use this kind of narrow bandwidth and transmitting their data, but they don't persistently stay in one channel. They frequency hop. So now in this particular demonstration, we will use a BLE Bluetooth low energy, and you can see if you are using a Bluetooth low energy, there are certain channel, there are 3 channels called 37, 38 and 39. Those are called BLE advertisement channel. More quietly in your devices, looking for a BLE gateway to connect. In that way, you will see some activity 37, 38, 39 in most of the scenarios, most of the environment, because BLE devices are very common. Now, when BLE device streaming some data, or when you streaming your music to a BLE speaker, those communication use these kind of other channel. So they are basically 2 megahertz as well. So those can co-located with or co-channel with your Wi-Fi channel. So even you use channel 1, 6 and 11, you can see the 20 megahertz channel is basically highlighting here. If I just turn off Wi-Fi Bluetooth, you will see this is the Wi-Fi channel, like a 20 megahertz kind of channel. But those are like also small subcarriers. In that way, sometime BLE can interfere with those data there. In that way, now let's basically go back to the spectrum. So now what I have done is, I have a my iPad device connected to this SSID. Okay. In that way, what I will do is, now there are no strong BLE activity. I will go and do a speed test on my SSID and show what kind of throughput you will be getting. Now you can see I'm getting around 110, 112 Mbps kind of value on my SSID. Upload, my internet upload is capped to 100 meg. So you may not see it goes more than 100 meg in the upload direction. But at least I'm getting like a 90, 108 download and 94 upload kind of test result. So now what I'm going to do is, now introducing, I have a BLE speaker. So I will be turn this speaker on. Let me just move this little bit here, because then where you can see the spectrum. So now you can see, even before turning on this, you will see the advertisement communication. So this is BLE advertisement after channel number 13 and 1 and 6 as well. In between channel 1 and 6 as well, you will see some activity. And in here as well, you will see some activity just before channel number 1. That's the BLE communication. So let me turn this on. Now I turn that on, my BLE speaker. Probably you should see bit more kind of spikes. Now you can see time to time some spikes here, those are not advertisement kind of communication. You should see here what I'm going to do is I will connect my phone to the BLE speaker and streaming some music. So now you can see I'm streaming some music to my speaker. Now if you pay attention, a number of spikes coming here, you can see those are the payload kind of traffic. Like if I try to keep my mouse into one kind of spike coming, you can see it's a spike now, but now that spike has been gone. Okay, so now in here in this spike, probably you will see in a short period of time it will be go away. So now you can see that spike has been gone. In that way now BLE is basically using those 2 MHz kind of channel, but they don't stay in one channel for a long period of time. In that way momentarily interference will come. Percentage point of view, maybe 0 to 5%. If this is in the green color, that's indicating the interference is like that, like it's not significant interference, but still my Wi-Fi is operating. You can see my client still connected, this iPad. There are no disruption to Wi-Fi. But now if I do a speed test, whenever this is happening, you can see, sometime these red patches appearing in my channel number 1 as well. In that way, if a BLE operating in those kind of frequency, you should have some performance impact. Now let's go ahead and do a speed test while this BLE communication is going on, and see how much your performance going to be impacted. Now you can see I am getting like a 60-70 Mbps kind of value. Definitely I didn't see the 108 which I had previously. Around 80, 85, 88 I'm getting that kind of speed. Now upload, now you can see, sometime when strong activity happening on the Wi-Fi channel, you can see there are less red patches. That means Bluetooth trying to avoid that kind of busy channel, but now when that activity is now in this particular case I got like 88 download and 94 upload kind of speed. So now you can see, now if I basically stop this streaming and turn off the BLE speaker, so you will see those patches will be go away. Now you can see when BLE is operating, it using the entire 2.4 spectrum, but it will not stay in one 2 MHz channel for a long period of time. In that way it will be interfere but not persistently. Okay, so now you can see once I turn off the BLE speaker, so I can see some advertisement communication. These are the peripheral devices trying to looking for a gateway or some device to pair with. Now if I again do a speed test just to make sure we getting a better result. Now you can see I am getting like a 1.8, 1.10 kind of throughput value, which is much higher than without a BLE, with BLE kind of thing. With BLE, now upload anyway you will not see it go beyond 100 because my setup is now in that way so now these are the 3 results. Now this is basically we saw. Let me just go to that. Now that's what we got. Thing in the view option. Let me just put into the fit for screen. Now this is what we got result without any BLE. Now with the BLE, now we got bit of a reduced result, around 90 meg. And then again without BLE in the last time, I got when we finished the speed test, it was like around 94 meg, but you saw during the time it went close to 110 meg as well. Okay, in that way to summarizing this, let me just close this. Now to summarize that, in that way now BLE has an impact on Wi-Fi, but it is not like very severe. That means your Wi-Fi is still can't able to connect. BLE cannot generate that much of persistent interference where your Wi-Fi will be significantly affected. But if you have a lot of BLE activity like a call center, a lot of headset, those kind of environment, you have to pay attention and see how much significance those BLE activity bring. So sometime if you have a spectrum analysis like Ekahau Analysis I'm using, so you will see these spikes come in orange, like yellow, green yellow kind of color, that signifying utilization is 20, 30% or 40%. Okay, so I hope this video is useful to understand how much impact your Wi-Fi BLE bring into your Wi-Fi network. So now key takeaway is still go with channel 1, 6 and 11. If you're using any other channel, even this strong BLE advertisement channel also can impact your Wi-Fi. That's the one reason we're saying when you're deploying Wi-Fi, just stay with 1, 6 and 11. That's a sort of message. BLE can coexist, but if you have too much BLE activity in your area, your Wi-Fi performance can be significantly impacted by those BLE activity. So until I see you in another video, take care.